Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. My name is Bhaskar Jogi. I have almost 22 years of experience in the IT field. I would have trained thousands of students, especially in the SQL Server and data analytics. That means MSBI, Power BI, all over the world. I used to take a lot of classroom classes, corporate batches, as well as I used to conduct a lot of online classes and classroom and everything. I would have trained thousands of students. You could take approximately some 50, 60 thousands of students. I would have trained. I'm there into the teaching field since 2005. Okay, I used to take initially corporate trainings for Infosys and Cognizant, Capgemini, and Wipro all over the India. I used to roam around and take the classes. Infosys Hyderabad, Infosys Bangalore, Infosys Mysore, Infosys Chennai, Infosys Chandigarh, Infosys Bhubaneswar, like Wipro Chennai, Wipro Hyderabad. I used to take the training at the weekends. Clear? So Saturday, Sunday, we used to go there and take the training. So thousands of students, I gave the training, and I'm here because I'm passionate about teaching. Okay, I have working experience as a SQL developer. I started my career in year 2000 as a C developer, C, C++, Java, .NET, that time booming. Then after some time, so 2000 later in 2003, I jumped into SQL, and later in 2005, that is when the MSBA is released. MSBA is released into the market year of 2005. Okay, but before 1 year, Microsoft released a beta version of MSBA. I was there in Bangalore. So that time we had a training from Microsoft itself in Hotel Leela Palace, Bangalore. We had 1 week of a training by Microsoft Bangalore team, and I was part of that training. And after that, we were giving a lot of trainings on the Microsoft platforms, because Microsoft, single-handedly they will not be able to take a lot of trainings. They gave us a training first, and we gave MSBA training when they released the product in India in 2005. I took thousands of training programs on MSB on the Microsoft platform itself. That is my experience. And apart from that, thousands of students got placements in MSBA, and people who took training under me in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, and they're able to get 25 lakhs, and people are there in US, they're getting more than 1 crore, 1.5 crore per annum. So in India itself, people who took training from me in 2016 and 17, and recently I met one guy, his name is Avinash. He got 25 lakhs salary package in MSB SSIS. Now he's into with SQL Server, and he has taken the training in year of 2016. Okay, MSBA was teaching, and within this, almost 6 years, he is able to crack 25 lakhs of salary package. So, data analytics, MSBA means data analytics, data engineering, and reporting. All of them I will be talking about now. So that is how the various opportunities. When you compare with full stack development like Java development, Android development, or .NET development, these are called full stack development. Full stack development is very, very tough. Even though somebody is going to be offering for free training, you never ever go, because full stack development is where you have to write lot of coding. Clear? Lot of companies are offering, saying that you will be able to get into IT companies nowadays with the full stack development, but the coding is too much, you will go mad. So MSBI or Power BI or SQL or data analytics, data engineering, data warehousing, these are IT skills where 20% of the coding is required. Only 20% of the coding is required. These are the tools. These are not languages like C, C++, Java, .NET. Language where you need to write much more coding, right? These are called software tools. ETL is a tool, reporting is a tool, data analytics is a technology. On that, you have various tools are available where you don't need much more coding. Clear? So to understand any MSBI or Power BI, so MSBI, Power BI called data analytics tools. Okay. what is a data analytics, what is MSBI, what is Power BI, what is data warehousing. I will tell you each and everything today and tomorrow. So you should not be worried about it. Okay. All these are new to you and you can easily get into IT industry. So if you wanted to come into IT industry by learning MSBI, Power BI, means what is the eligibility? What is that you should know? That is the one question people will ask me always, sir. If I wanted to get into IT industry, I am from BCom background. Can I come? Yes, I am from BA background, B Pharmacy background, MCom background, MTech background, mechanical background, civil background. I have 10 years of non-IT sales background, banking industry. Can I learn these courses and can I come into IT industry now? The answer is yes. What is the eligibility? Eligibility means you have to have graduation. Any year, 2005 passed out, BCom, BA, some passed out, one graduation you need to have. Second one, what is the eligibility? No eligibility, nothing. If you know 2 plus 2 equals to 4, you can learn MS BA and Power BA and SQL skills. So what is the eligibility? If you know 2 plus 2 equals to 4, you can come into these technologies from fresh. Clear? I am going to be teaching these technologies from very, very basic level to advanced level. You need to have any graduation to come into IT industry today. 10 years back, only BTech guys used to come or BC, MCA guys used to come. But today, because of demand and supply, demand is more in IT industry because of COVID and automation. Lot of projects are available. Supply is very, very less. Because of that only, a 3 years fake guy also getting 10 lakhs of salary packages in India, right? So we are going to be covering very, very basic level to advanced level. I assume that you don't know anything about computers. That is what is my assumption. Okay. I assume that you are not coming from the IT background. So I will start from very, very basic level. Even though you know something, you forget. Okay. I will teach from very, very basic level so that you need not be worried because some people will know 30%, some people will know 0%, some people will know 50%. So even though you know, you don't know, you forget whatever you know. So you have to learn from scratch so that you can easily get into IT industry. So many people will learn the course because I strongly recommend it is not the course, it is the mentor or the guru from whom you can learn because you can learn this course in YouTube also. You can learn this course in one of the Ameripat institutions also, or you can learn this course anywhere. The problem is that it is not the course who's teaching. The gurus or mentors, are they giving you proper guidance or not? Are they trying to teach, to cheat you? So many people will say that this is hard, but they will not say it is, it is not hard when you learn lot of other combinations. Clear? They will say, if you go to the institution, they will say Power BI is good, but they don't tell you Power BI is good when you have a lot of other skills also. If you miss that opportunity, then you don't get any job. Like that, many people will be misleaded because if you ask any guy, so they don't know anything about it. Whatever they listen, whatever they read, so they will simply repeat that. They are not professionals. But if you wanted to get complete professional guidance and professional, teaching, definitely you need to approach good gurus and good mentors, and you have to be with them for at least 2 to 3 months. You can easily get into the IT industry anybody can get into. That is what is the IT industry because all these are no coding softwares. That is the beauty. Drag and drop softwares, all MSBA software, Power BI softwares, where you have completely drag and drop softwares. So that is what is important. Now, MSBA is consisting of three modules, SSIS and SSAS and SSRS. Each module will take approximately some 15 to 20 days. And the bigger module is SSIS. Daily 1 hour class will have, same timing will be there, same meeting ID will be there. You can attend these classes. All live classes recorded videos are going to be shared starting from today. Interview questions are shared. Project explanation is given. One mini project is also getting covered as part of this training. Interview tips and tricks are given. CV preparation guidance is provided. So no extra cost for this. So info@goonlinetrainings.com if you have any questions, or you can also mail me your questions if you have something to share it with me. and 24/7 lab support will be given. So especially for the Indian people, they can interact, but US people, they can interact with me up to 10 in the night, because after that it will be impossible. But at least most of the time I will be available. If you have any doubts, you can just mail me your issues, and I will also create one Telegram group for your batch so that you can also discuss and share your thoughts and everything. And if you have any issues, other people also will share the solutions, and I will also be there in that group. Telegram group will be created once you make the payment and everything. The validity of the course is 6 months. You should be completing this course within the 6 months. And if you don't have, if you cross this, then it will be difficult for us to give you the permission to proceed. Okay. So since the videos are recorded, even though you miss one class or two classes, you should not be worried, because that day video will be sent, will be uploaded in the portal. The portal link will be given once you make the payment, and you will be able to continue watch that video. If you have any questions next class, when you uh, live with me, you will be able to ask the question on the previous classes as well, or after the course also, after the class also, I will be giving enough time to talk to me, so that you don't have any issues. Okay. So that is what is the course all about, and you have to fill in this form. This form I'm going to be giving in the chat window now. So this form you need to open in the uh, WhatsApp only. You need to fill this form by opening your WhatsApp, and these details are required. So if you give the details, there are two things, two advantages for you. One is that day one onwards you will get the videos. That is one advantage. Day two, the second advantage is that you will be able to get a discounted price. Okay, you will be able to get the discounted price, and there is no discounts people who are not attending that day. Clear? So that is what is the thing. Clear? So Nikhil, very good morning, sir. I already purchased SSIS videos. No problem. You can just talk to the team, get the meeting ID, and you can just accommodate in this batch. Clear? So that is fine. So this is what I would like to tell you. But before that, what is business intelligence? What is business analytics? All these things we have to learn. We are also teaching all these things: MSBI, project, data warehousing, SQL Server, DBA, Azure, Power BI, Tableau, DevOps, AWS, Hadoop, data science using Python, ERD modeling. So all these things we are offering. And if you want to, have any other courses, please let us know, so that my team will be able to help you. Clear? If you have any issues with the videos, you can reach out this number always. So this is the number. So reach out this number. So this name is Avinash. So he will be able to give you complete video access to you. And if you don't get any help, means you can escalate the matter to me always. Am I clear? So first day, I wanted to tell you all of them. So now let us jump into MSBA. Clear? So if you wanted to understand MSBA or Power BI, so before that, you need to understand the data. Clear? So data is very, very important. Every company will have data, right? So Microsoft will have data, GoOnlineTrainings.com will have data. As a person, I have some data. As a person, you have some data. Every company will have data. But if you have so much of a data, then storing data manually is impossible, right? So we used to store the data in the pen and paper and books, right? We need to write. But when you have a large amount of data, and storing the data manually is difficult. Clear? So IT industry, when you're talking about IT industry, what is the meaning of IT, IT means information technology. So IT industry will give you information, but you have to supply something to the IT industry. What is that you need to supply? You have to supply the data to the IT industry. So remember, IT industry can do only one thing. It will take your data, your company's data, or whatever be the data, social media data. It is going to be taking your data and giving you some information. Clear? So what is the raw material for the IT industry? Data. What is the data? Data could be anything. Your sales data, your marketing data, your expenses data, your Ola data, Uber data, that is traveling data, trains data, this data, social media data. So whatever your hobbies, this one, that one, booking, canceling, transactions, whatever be the data that you have it, the data you will be able to give it to whom? To the IT industry. IT industry takes your data. IT industry is going to be storing your data. Clear? So, to store your data, IT industry will take your data. For the storing purpose, IT industry is going to be using a technology called SQL, structured query language. This technology is invented by 1970s by a company called IBM company in US. Clear? So structured query language, IT industry is going to be dealing with the data. Without data, IT industry does not exist. Remember this point, because I stands for information. Information means information cannot be derived on its own. Information has to be derived from the data. What is the data we're talking about? Any data. Social media data, normal media data, sales data, this data, that data, any data, Google Maps data, any data. The data need to be stored in the computer. Using the computer means a software that is useful. The software is called as SQL software. This is also called as a database management software. This is also called as RDBMS software. Clear? So this is a software IT industry using. So without SQL, IT industry cannot survive. Clear? What is SQL? SQL is all about to storing the data. So how do you understand SQL? SQL is a tank or a bank. If you have a gold, you have to store the gold in some bank. That is what is called gold bank. If you have a blood, blood has to be stored somewhere. What is the bank? Blood bank. Right? If you have so much of a data, data has to be stored in a bank. What is that called as? That is called as a data bank or SQL bank or database. Database means a data bank. Clear? So DBMS means a database management system. It is nothing but a data bank. RDBMS means relational database management system. You will understand in depth later. But if somebody says you what is SQL, what is a database, what is RDBMS means, you can say these are tanks, these are banks, these are storerooms, these are godowns, these are godams. Clear? Where you can accommodate large amount of data electronically. That is what you need to understand. Clear? So you're storing the data, you're putting the data, but people have to process the data. Process the data means people will say, I wanted to know what is a sales. I have to get the data, do some operation. I wanted to find out what is the minimum, what is the maximum sales. So I have to process the data. For the processing purpose, for the processing purpose, we are going to be using all languages. Clear? So the languages are going to be used like that. We have a C, we have a C++, we have a Java, we have a .NET, we have Android and everything. These are there to process your data. Clear? So remember, so IT industry has only the data storage and language process, nothing else. So we are going to be dealing with only two things in the IT industry. One is called data storing and data processing. Nothing else IT industry is going to be doing. So IT industry dealing with information. Information is what? So you are going to be getting the data of the company, storing the data and processing the data. So without SQL knowledge, you will not be able to learn anything in this world. If you wanted to learn C, C++, Java, .NET, Android, SAP, Java, whatever you think of, Android, anything you learn, because all these things have to interact with SQL only. Right? So tomorrow we are going to be learning BI, data analytics, MSBI, Power BI, all of them are to process the data. But all these people have to know one language, that is what is called SQL. and this is compulsory if you wanted to come into IT industry. .NET developer have to know SQL, SAP developer have to know SQL, MSBI, BA developer, Power BI, Android, C++, everybody has to learn SQL. So if you wanted to come into IT industry, so you have to know about information. Information can be derived with the help of data only. But how do you store the data? To store the data, we are going to be learning SQL. So you have to know SQL very well. If you wanted to learn MSBI or Power BI, what is important? MSBI or Power BI or any other software, SAP you wanted to learn tomorrow. So before learning, you have to know compulsorily SQL. It is what is called as database management system you have to learn. So there are lot of database systems are available in this. What are they? We have Oracle is one of the database system. Microsoft SQL Server is one more database system. IBM DB2 is one more system, and Teradata. Like that, lot of companies are often, supporting this softwares. Not only Microsoft company, lot of other. You have MySQL is one more company, software. If you wanted to, put your cash, there are a lot of banks are available. You have a Deutsche Bank, Andhra Bank, you have ICICI Bank. Everywhere, wherever you can go, you will be able to put the deposit the cash and get the cash. Like that, if you use any SQL software, they are called SQL softwares, anywhere you can go, you will be able to keep the data, retrieve the data, keep the data, retrieve the data. These are different softwares. The purpose is the same. Now you tell me, what is the difference between HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank? Both of them are same. What is the difference between Apollo Blood Bank and Care Hospital Blood Bank? Both of them are different, managed by different companies like Oracle SQL Server, Oracle by Oracle company, SQL Server by Microsoft company, DB2 from IBM company, Teradata from Teradata company. Like the different companies are there to store your data. You have to buy licenses and store your data like that. If you go to Amazon.com, do you think that Amazon.com storing its data? No, 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 no. Amazon.com storing the data either in Oracle or in SQL Server. Whenever you book a train ticket or whenever you book a movie ticket in bookmyshow.com, the data may be stored in SQL Server, the data may be stored in Oracle. You don't know that. You don't know that. You're thinking that I'm using Book My Show app. Using that I'm able to have it. So Book My Show app is Android or iOS app. This app is connecting to Oracle or SQL Server. You're able to store all the data in this platform only. Am I clear? So if you wanted to learn MSBI and Power BI, you have to know one of these compulsorily, not basics. You have to know in depth. Since MSBI Power BI is a Microsoft technologies, we are going to be learning this Microsoft tool. So this will be for 45 classes. So you have to know we don't have any live classes. Okay, you don't have any live classes, but how can you learn on your own? You have to buy videos and learn. Clear? If you wanted to learn MSBI or Power BI, what is the prerequisite? Prerequisite, you have to know SQL Server, which is a SQL software or database management software. You are going to be learning from scratch. This is very, very easy. It is very, very easy. BCom guys, BA guys are able to learn. You have to buy videos from us and you will be able to learn daily one video. So you will be able to get 45 videos, 1 hour video each one. Clear? Each one is 1 hour video. So how you need to learn? 1 hour video, you have to practice like this. 15 minutes you watch. And if you don't have a time, just stop it. After some time, you watch. After some time, you don't have time, you come in the evening, again watch some 15-10 minutes and write down the notes. Like that, you have to watch 1 hour video, not completely, because you will fall in sleep. So don't watch any video at a stretch. Watch for 10 minutes. You have a pen and paper, take your own notes and drag and drop the diagrams. I will give you very, very basic to complex case studies so that you will get a very good exposure in SQL Server. SQL Server where you will have a little coding. Very 20% coding will be there and no coding in these softwares. In MSBA and Power BI, that is also not there, but we are going to be using SQL in as part of MSBA and Power BI. So how to use, how to learn. So I have told you, right? So as of now, you should not be worried about. You morning get up at 8 o'clock, you watch one video, or in the evening you watch one video, and the morning you attend MSBA or Power BI classes. So parallelly you have to do it, and it will take minimum of 2 months. I'm telling you, minimum of 2 months it will take. So daily 1 hour you need to watch and you need to practice. Without SQL knowledge it is impossible to get into IT industry. But MSBA you can learn, Power BI you can learn, even though you don't know SQL Server. Even though you don't know SQL Server, you will be able to learn. But if you know SQL Server, you can understand in the better way. And when you go to IT companies interviews, they will be asking a lot of questions on the SQL Server angle. So what is RDBMS? What is SQL? So I would have given you all the introduction clearly for non-IT people, people who do not know anything about IT. They will be able to learn SQL Server daily parallelly, because if you learn one by one, it will take 2 months, it will take another 1 or 2 months, so it will take more time. Clear? So I don't want to waste your time. You have to daily buy videos. Today and tomorrow the MSBI demos will get over, and Monday you can buy these videos and you will be able to watch daily one video parallelly, and from Monday you will be able to understand MSBA and everything. Clear? And SQL Server videos are available in two languages. One is called English, and you can also have the videos in Telugu language, but notes will be in English. So if you wanted to buy the Telugu language, you can make the payment, and the payment details and everything will be will be given, not today, and tomorrow once the demo is over, you will be able to get the payment link for SQL Server and payment link for MSBA also. The discounts and everything will be given to you. Don't worry about it. You can also make the payments in installments. So you have to compulsorily take English or Telugu, whatever the choice. You cannot get both. You will get either this or that, but notes will be given in the English language only. You will be able to easily understand. I had got a feedback from BCom guys, sir. I thought that SQL Server is very, very complex, but by watching your videos, I thought that it is very, very easy. Why I did not take this course 10 years back? I would have reached elsewhere, sir. So those people now worked for pharma for 10 years, worked as a banking industry for more than 15 years, worked in the sales for more than 12 years. Those people are now got a job and they're getting into IT industry, more than 15-20 lakhs of salary packages. Clear? So even though you have a 10 years of gap or 10 years of experience in sales, you can tell them that 6 years I'm completely into Excel and sales, and last 4 years I'm into MSB and Power BI and SQL Server. You will be able to get a minimum 15 lakhs of salary package. If you put a minimum 3 years 10 lakhs, and if you put 4 years of experience, out of 10 years you will get more than 15 to 18 lakhs of salary packages. Clear? So, but definitely you have to know RDBMS very well. If you go to other institution, they will say 5 days of SQL Server. They'll say 20 days of Power BI or MSB. They will say the job is over, the training is over. So the starting itself is a wrong mentoring, wrong guidance. So that is where you will reach the wrong guidance, and you will come to know when you don't get a job, you thought that definitely somebody would have cheated you. Clear? So we are going to be learning each and everything. So what is MSBI? What is Power BI? I will talk about for some details today, and tomorrow also we'll discuss about all of them. What is business intelligence? What is data? Everything we are going to be discussing one by one. Clear? What is the data analytics? What is the data science? What is the business intelligence? What is this? What is that? Everything today and tomorrow we'll discuss, so that from uh, no computer background people can understand. Clear? So what is a data? This question asked to Microsoft. Microsoft says data is a currency today. Why? Because WhatsApp does not sell anything to you. Facebook not not selling anything to you, but they're rich in this world, very rich. They're wealthy in this world. How come? They have your data, right? So the data is a currency today across, according to Microsoft. According to Google, what is data? Data is everything today. Whatever you think, it is data. You wanted to create artificial intelligence, you would like to create robots, you would like to have automation, right? I wanted to have the automation. I would like to have the driverless cars. Okay, driverless cars, whatever you're thinking about today, it is a data, data, data. Clear? But what kind of a data you have, how much of data you have, that is what is important. Clear? So data is fine, but what is the size of the data? That is what is very, very important. Clear? You may have a little amount of data, more amount of data. If we have less amount of data, for example, my personal data, what is my data? My name, my salary, my spouse name, my home address, my qualification, very limited data. I can store my personal data in the paper and pen, or I can store my data in the Excel sheet, or I can store the data by opening a notepad. Notepad, I can write complete data, my bank account number, my Aadhaar card, passport number. I can store this here, right? So data can be stored either in the paper and pen or in the flat file. Flat file means notepad. Or I can store the data in the Excel sheets, or I can store the data wherever I wanted to store. When you have a small amount of data, for example, I'm running a business called GoOnlineTrainings.com. I'm getting every month megabytes of data. So how many inquiries I will get? I will be able to get only thousands of inquiries, right? I'm storing all the data in Excel sheets. Okay, so you will be able to store the data, and you will be able to process also data. I wanted to know end of the month how many people have inquired, how many people have joined, how many people made the amount, how many people have asked for Java course, how many people have asked. So all the data I'm putting and storing into Excel sheet. But when you have a large amount of data, think about every month you're getting lakhs of data. Think about State Bank of India, think about Amazon.com, think about Flipkart.com. Now tell me how many records, how many rows, how much data they will be getting. They will be getting lakhs of transactions, millions of transactions they will be having. So you are going to be storing all the data. When you have a GBs of data, Excel will fail. That is where we are going to be using a database to store the data. Clear? And for the processing the data, we are going to be using a language for the process data. So when you have a large amount of data, then only SQL, all these things will come. Otherwise, you don't get the data. So you know what are the SQL we have? We already know Oracle is a SQL software only. And Microsoft is giving the same name as SQL Server because it likes SQL. It is giving you software name as well, SQL Server software. And a DB2 from which company? It is from IBM company, their database 2000. And IBM company has one more software called Netezza. It is also from IBM company. Like that, many companies are there in this field. They're simply creating a software to store large amount of data. So you think every month you're getting 50 GB of data, 50 GB, 50 GB, 50 GB. So like that, GBs of data, if you wanted to store, the better store the data into the Oracle, clear, or SQL Server. It is from Microsoft. So if you wanted to process the data, you may use Java, you may use a .NET, you may use Android. Okay, you may use Android, or you may use SAP or C or C++. Some applications will be used. You go and get the data. I wanted to know what is the last month sales. I need to go to SQL Server, get the data, and get the total. So with the help of a Java .NET, it is going to be processing the data. So every month you're getting 500 GB, 500 GB or 50 GB every month into you're talking about 12 months of data, or every month you're getting 500 GB into 12 months of data. It is becoming 6 terabytes of data. So 1 year the Amazon data will be terabytes of data. When you have a terabytes of data, I'm talking about millions. 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million. Okay, when you're getting millions of data, crores of data, that data cannot be stored in the normal SQL. So you have to use a different software called data warehouse softwares or data warehouse tools you have to use it. And to this is to store the data. So if somebody talking about data warehousing means they have terabytes of data. A normal Oracle SQL Server cannot be accommodated to store the data. We are going to be using a data warehouse tools, and to process the data we are going to be using BI tools. Clear? So there are two things we are doing. One is called storing the data. Second one is called processing the data. Warehouse you should not write like this. Data ware space house. It is wrong. Warehouse is a single word. You should write like this. You should not also write this is wrong. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is the right. Data space warehouse. Warehouse means go down. Clear? How data warehouse will be created? If you ask me, data warehouse is a specialized computer where you have a large hardware you need to buy, plus you have to install SQL software there. For example, I have my laptop. What is my laptop configuration? Lenovo. My laptop configuration is very small configuration. I go to this PC, right click 1 terabyte of data, and I go to more properties. I have 8 GB of RAM. I have i5 processor, Windows 11 Pro. I have small RAM, and I have the hard disk capacity is only 1 terabyte. Now tell me, in this computer, if I install Oracle or SQL Server, what is the maximum data I can install? Only 1 terabyte. Why? Because the hard disk is 1 terabyte. But I wanted to have a 100 terabytes of data. Can I install, can I keep all the data in my computer? No. Why? Because hardware is small. But if I have a large hardware, I have 100 terabyte of hard disk, I have a bigger computer. In that I have installed SQL. SQL means either Oracle, SQL Server, Netezza. If I install this software, and that bigger machine with SQL is called as a data warehouse machine. అర్థమవుతుందా? You have a storeroom at home. Storeroom is very limited. You can have one rice bag and small items. But how it is constructed? With a cement brick, you have one door and light. But you have a big godowns, right? Godowns. That is also constructed with a bigger cement and brick only. And you have doors. We have electricity there also. But what is the difference? The size of the godown. Storeroom size will be small and godown size will be very bigger. So when you have a large hardware, in that you have a same SQL Server software will be running. You will be calling that server as a data warehousing SQL Server, Oracle data warehousing server. Clear? If you install Oracle in your machine, simply you can say, I have installed Oracle server. That's it. I have installed SQL Server. So if you wanted to create a data warehousing means, the simple understanding, you have to buy the large hardware, very bigger supercomputers you have to buy. And what software you are going to be installing? Same software, SQL software. You can have Netezza, you can install SQL Server, you can install Oracle, you can install. You can create this one. So you can, after that you will be able to process. So for the processing, where you have a lot of BI systems. So we have MSBI. Before that we have SAS BI, we have SAP BI, we have MSBI, then we have Power BI. Lot of BI software came into existence. Clear? So BI, data warehousing concept, came into existence in 1990s. Okay? SQL concept came into existence in 1970s. అర్థమవుతుందా? And BI concept is came into existence year 2000. Clear? Like that, you have different things are available in different years. So if you have so much of a data, writing a Java code, .NET code will be difficult. It will take time to create these applications. These applications are without coding, drag and drop softwares. When you have a large amount of terabytes of data, you can simply use a drag and drop buttons and create this kind of application for the processing. What is the processing? Processing, I'm talking about simply, I have some data, I wanted to get the total. That is the processing. I wanted to find out the average. I would like to find out the maximum, minimum. This is a simple example for the processing I'm talking about. Okay, now if you wanted to do writing so much of a code is useless. So instead of a coding, people implemented drag and drop softwares. So when it is got implemented year 2000. So let me talk about this software and this software. Okay, na? So these softwares are released early 2000. Only one tool you are going to be given. So this tool is called reporting software. Okay, you will understand what is reporting tomorrow. Don't worry about only reporting you can do, and very, very complex and very, very costly softwares. Clear? And not easy to use. Now, Microsoft seen the problems in this, and Microsoft released in year 2005. Okay, the above softwares are released year 2000 itself, and Microsoft came into 2005. It released MSBA software. So MSBA is not a single software, which is SSIS and SSAS and SSRS softwares. This is ETL software. So what is ETL? We will understand in tomorrow's class. ETL software, this is analysis software, and this is what is called reporting software. What is reporting and everything, we will understand in tomorrow's class. Don't worry. Okay. So Microsoft is telling you, so it is these softwares will be given, and these are freely Microsoft is giving. Microsoft software is called SQL Server. This is SQL software. So when you buy this software, Microsoft used to give this MSBA software for free, or one third of the above software, one third of cost. So people are very, very happy. One tool, they're buying 1 crore, and 3 tools you will be given for 30 lakhs. 1 3. Clear? So slowly people stopped using SAP BA, SAP BA, only reporting. Why to waste money? So I'm planning to give 3 tools, and it is also having free and easy to use software. And Microsoft has a good brand. Branding is also one more important Microsoft brand, because of many companies are used to use. No coding is one more beautiness, and drag and drop software anybody can learn, and it became hot skill. Anyone can learn. It became a hot skill into the market industry, and it has become so powerful. And this is what is the story. But in between, what has happened? MSBA before Power BI, there is a software called Tableau. Tableau BI got released into the market. Tableau BI. So in MSBA, so later what has happened? Tableau BI is got released. Okay, it is a purely reporting software. And what kind of a software it is? It is called self-service BI software. What is the meaning? No technical knowledge is required. So no technical knowledge is required. Any MBA guy, any manager, any BCom guy, MBA guy can create a beautiful reports, and this got released in 2010. So this is also reporting a tool. This is also reporting tool. Many companies, many companies slowly acquiring this tool, because this is becoming so popular into the market. This is a non-Microsoft tool. So immediately Microsoft losing the reporting platform, because this is a technical guys only can create a report. This is a self-service BA. That means without technical knowledge, without having any knowledge, you also can create a beautiful reports. It is what is called self-service BA. Immediately to acquire this kind of a thing, Microsoft released Power BI to give a competition. Power BI is a purely reporting software. It got released in year 2015 to give the competition. Clear? So this is will become Power BI is also self-service BI software. So you do not need not have anything, any technical help. You need not have any technical knowledge. You can also create very good, very good reports. For example, I wanted to create a Maggi noodles. Now you tell me, do you know, you want to know cooking? Nothing. Simply boil the water, put the Maggi noodles, food is ready within 2 minutes. Like that, Self-service Power BI or Tableau BI, where you don't need of any coding, nothing is required. Simply, you should know how to open and how to close. You can create a beautiful reports, and it has become so popular. But Microsoft again branding, again this software is very inexpensive, cheap. Because of that, what has happened? Power BI came into second position. Tableau has slowly reduced into the market. Clear? So many people started learning SSIS, SSAS. Then instead of a SSRS, people are going for what now? People are going for Power BI. Clear? People are using Power BI as a reporting software. So if you wanted to come into business intelligence, you should learn SSIS, SSAS, and Power BI. Instead of SSRS, we are not going to be using SSRS anymore. People are old projects are still running with SSRS. This is there, but a Power BI is replaced with the SSRS. Many companies will ask you, do you know Power BI? Yes. Do you know SSIS? Now you cannot say I know only Power BI. You will not be able to get into a job. Now you have to learn SSIS, ETL, this one. So business intelligence is also called as a data analytics. Okay, business intelligence called as a data analytics. That means reporting of past, understanding the past is called as a data analytics, or called as what business intelligence means. Understanding the past, that is what is called business intelligence or data analytics. What is the meaning? Amazon company wanted to know what was the last 5 years sales in India. So how do you get? You have to get the data, store the data, analyze the data with the help of analysis. Then you create a beautiful report with the Power BI, and you will be able to show. Clear? So what was my salary? What was my income last year? What was my profit last year? What was my sales last year? What was my business last year? Was reporting the past, understanding the past is called data analytics or business intelligence means. Clear? To understand business intelligence and data analytics, what is that you have to know? You have to know SQL very well. Complete SQL you have to know very well. You have to know data warehousing very well. Data warehousing only 7 classes I'm going to be teaching. Data warehousing. So this you have to know very well. You have to know ETL, that is SSIS, very well. And you have to know reporting. You have to know very well. Clear? Reporting means I'm talking about Power BI now. Clear? So this is what is called business intelligence data analytics skills means. SQL Server, data warehousing, and ETL, and you have to know Power BI. All of them you have to know thoroughly. Clear? So many people will come to me and ask me, sir, if I learn a Power BI, will I get a job? Because business intelligence or data analytics it is called as. So I always say you always take SQL course parallelly, along with you take one ETL. If not ETL, start with PBA, some reporting. So here we are going to be starting with SSIS, and you have to know data warehousing also, and you have to know one reporting. So all these are called as BA technologies or data analytics technologies. This will be taking you 45 days from today. You have to learn this with the videos. SQL, Telugu, English videos are available. Daily you take one video you can watch. Within 2 months you can complete. And ETL will be for 25 days. Clear? ETL will be 25 days from today, and at least if you complete 50% syllabus here, by that time you will be able to complete this. Clear? So once it is over, then we will have a data warehousing this for 7 days. Now when you learn SSIS, data warehouse will be given for free to you. It is a free, and SQL you have to buy. SQL you have to buy. If you learn, if you make the payment for SSIS, so SSIS will be taught for 25 days. Clear? And SSAS, I am also giving it for free. Okay, and SSRS we are not learning. SSRS we are not learning. So we are going to be learning Power BI. So Power BI is a separate course. Then this will be for 45 days. And the new batch is going to be starting from September 1st morning. Clear? September 1st morning 8 o'clock. We are going to be starting a Power BI batch. From today or tomorrow, you can start with this. Clear? So you can complete SQL in 2 months because SQL is a backbone for everything. If you don't learn SQL Server properly, if somebody says, my brother told, not to learn SQL, my YouTuber told me not to learn SQL Server, I know SQL already, I have basic knowledge of SQL, means you are end up with nothing. I'm telling you. Clear? So you have to know SQL Server from basic to advanced level. Sir, I have studied 5 years back. I have studied in my BCom graduation, back BTech graduation. All the SQL which I have learnt is useless. I'm telling you, sir. I'm buying Udemy videos. That is 100% useless. You have a cancer and you are going to the RMP doctor. So that is how the treatment will be. And you have a bigger problem. You need to get into IT industry now, but you don't have the knowledge, the sufficient knowledge. Now you're getting the medicine from RMP doctor. It will become like that. Clear? So this is how we have the data. So when you have a small amount of data, Excel can do. If you have a large amount of data, these applications can be enough. When you have terabytes of data, these applications are enough. But when you have more than terabytes of data, what to do? So when you have a petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data, this is what is called very, very big data, unlimited data. When you have large amount of data, how can you deal with the data? There is a software called Hadoop. You can store the data as well as you can also process the data. Clear? When you have a large amount of data, your data warehousing and BI will fail. Okay, so that is when we have a one more software called big data Hadoop software, where you can store unlimited data, you can process unlimited data quickly. So these are the storing and data storing and processing systems are available. On top of that, we create what is called data analytics. Data analytics is called as business intelligence. So as I told you, understanding the past or reporting the past. Reporting the past is called as a data analytics. Then we have a data science. Data science is called as earlier data mining. So 20 years back it was called as a data mining. It is also called as a artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is also hot skill. And this will be predicting the future. So both of them are not equal. Data analytics and data science, both of them are not equal. Predicting the future is called as a data science. Future predictions. So in simply, it is a Jyotish Shastram. So when you go in for a Jyotisham, they will be predicting a lot of things, right? So data science is equivalent to Jyotish Shastram. It is completely predicting the future things. The Amazon company wanted to understand in 2025 year what would be my sales. Clear? So obesity current rate is 13% in India. If it is increases to let us say 15% or 17%, what would be death rate due to the cardiac arrest in India? So that is what I would like to predict. Based on the predictions, I wanted to take a decisions. Clear? If you wanted to do the predictions, you have to know data science. Data science is not a simple course I'm telling you, where you have to know SQL, you have to know little bit of data warehousing, and you have to learn Python course, and you have to learn machine learning and artificial intelligence, deep learning and neural networks, and which is a 18 months course, right? If somebody telling you a lot of YouTube videos, you can see what is the highest skills. They will show you highest skill in India and America is a data science. Data science you can learn. I will give you some description. I will give you this one, that one, 30% discount will be given. You learn data science means 100% you don't get a job. Why? Data science, where normal people cannot learn, you need to have good maths background and completely very strong in maths and very strong in statistical background. You have to have it. So otherwise it is impossible to learn, and it is not a 1 month course or 2 months course, and you cannot learn only Python. Many people will say, if I learn Python, that is a data science. Python is 1 month course. So using Python, this is remaining 17 months you need to learn. It is only 1 month. So many people will come to me, sir, if I learn a Python, Python is, my friend told me it is very, very hard. No, it is not hard. You have to learn 17 months of data, artificial intelligence, data learning and everything. And the course fees will be in India 3 lakhs to 12 lakhs. That is the course fees if you want to get it from bigger organization. And you will become a data scientist. You are not a software engineer. You are a data scientist. Who will be called as a data scientist? People who have research skills. If you're a good research guy, you can do R&D. If you wanted to become a normal scientist, those scientists can become a data scientist here. So data scientist is not a software role I'm talking about, but data analytics is a software engineer. You will become a software engineer in this. Okay, software engineer, or you will be called as a data analyst, or you're called as a report developer, BI analyst. So blah blah blah. Your role will be a engineering. Engineering means you will be given a problem, you need to work with that. So they don't give you any problem. They will say you understand the problem, give the remedy to that by understanding this data. So identify the problem, then you need to do a lot of research and give the proper solution to the business. So normal guys cannot get into data science, and by seeing YouTube videos and there, you don't go into data science. It is useless for you because it will take a lot of time. So these courses you can complete within 3 months time, right? Within 2 to 3 months time, you will be able to complete. So you have to know SQL, and you have to know data warehousing. You have to know MSBI along with the Power BI. So that's it. You will be able to complete everything in 3 months. Then you can easily jump into IT industry. Data analytics or business intelligence, much more opportunities are available. So remember that point. Clear? So I will give you a simple example, and we will continue tomorrow with the same meeting ID, same time. So I wanted to go to supermarket. So how do I go? I take a bike and go. I wanted to go to Vizag from Hyderabad. There are 500 kilometers. I need to travel. I take a train or a bus or the car. If you have a less amount of data, Excel is sufficient. If you have more amount of data, SQL is sufficient. Clear? I wanted to go to Vizag. Can I take a bike and go 500 miles? I cannot travel by bike. I can go, but wrong tool I am using. You can also use Excel, but wrong tool you are using. That is a dangerous. But I wanted to go to America. Can I take a train and go? I have to use a flight and go. I wanted to go to moon or Mars. Can I take a flight and go? I have to use a rocket. So Hadoop is just like a rocket. Remember? So depends upon the size of the data, depends upon the size of the distance, you're changing the tools. Like that, depends upon the data size, the tools will change. Excel, SQL, and data warehousing and BI, Hadoop. So all of them are data storing tool, data retrieving tool. So if you wanted to perform, data analytics or data science, you have to have the data to be stored somewhere. So you can have the data analytics can be done on this, can be done on this, can be done on this, can be done on this. Clear? So data science also can be done on this data, can be done on this data, can be done on this data. So data science, data analytics, both of them are the two different processes. One will say understanding the past, one will say how can we predict the future. Clear? But to deal with the data, you need to store the data and keep and process the data elsewhere. So we have Excel, SQL, data warehousing, and Hadoop. Depends upon the data size, one company will use one system. So many medium level companies are going to be dealing with this kind of a data. Large companies are going to be dealing with this kind of a data. Clear? So tomorrow we'll talk about what is MSBA. Before that, I will take 2 minutes. It is almost done. What is a SQL Server? SQL Server history I will be talking about. SQL Server is a Microsoft software. So the first version is released. It is called 1.0 version released in 1989. So which is a purely SQL software, or you can say which is a purely RDBMS tool or software. So 1989, the first copy released, next copy released 5.0, 3.0, 5.0. The next one is called 7.0. The next SQL Server 2000 got released. Clear? Till that time, it is purely RDBMS software. RDBMS means it is a data bank. The next version is 2005. So this is released in 2005. This is RDBMS software that is there. In 2005, Microsoft is also added one more software called SSIS and SSAS and SSRS. Now, this is the story. Now, in 2005, MSBI got added. SS stands for SQL Server Integration Services, right? SQL Server Analysis Services, SQL Server Reporting Services. This is the version came up with data storing software. Data, BI software also created. MS means Microsoft Business Intelligence, and the next version got released in year 2008. Then 2008 R2, this got released in 2010. R2 means release 2. Next 2012 software, 2014, then 2015, then 2016, then 2017. The current software which we are going to be using, SQL Server 19 software. This is the latest software that I'm going to be giving it to you. So you will be able to install. So what is the hardware configuration you need to have? So hardware, if you ask me, you will be able to have Windows 10 or 11. Okay, Windows 10 or 11. I recommend Windows 11. We have Windows 10 is also fine. You have to have MS. You need to have any processor, i3, i4, AMD processor. Any processor is fine, and minimum 4 GB of RAM is recommended. So if you have more than that, also fine. And any minimum, so 100 GB of hard disk is enough. Clear? Hard disk we don't have much, so 100 GB, but I recommend a minimum 128 GB of SSD. So this will be very faster. If you have this will be good. Otherwise also fine. If you have 1 GB or 1 terabyte of hard disk, that is your choice. This is the minimum capacity I need, but recommend it will be good if you have the SSD hard disk. It will be faster. So this is the hardware you need to have it. So you can buy a laptop, Lenovo laptop or any laptop worth 35,000 rupees. You can get it from Amazon.com. Get the hardware ready. So I will be able to give you this one. Okay. So this is what I have told you. Now what to install? Compulsorily you have to install MS Office. You have to have it. Which version? Any version from 2007 or later, one version. And after that I will give you SQL Server 2019 software. This will give you SQL software plus MSBA software will be installed. So I will give you software. This installation we will be doing it on Monday class. Okay, Monday class I will be installing this software in your machines. Don't miss the Monday class. Tomorrow we have the class at morning 9:30. Tomorrow we'll talk about what is SSIS, what is SSAS, and what is SSRS, and this one. And you need to also install PDF software, WinZip or WinRAR for the zipping purpose. So you can download these softwares and you will be able to install. Don't worry, but I will give you this software and I will install this software. And tomorrow we'll talk about what is SSIS and what is SSAS and what is SSRS. And we'll also talk about what is a data warehousing, everything in tomorrow's class, and we'll continue further. Clear? So SSIS you have to learn. Approximately this will be for 25 classes. It will take daily 1 hour. Monday to Friday only we will have class. Since tomorrow is demo, we are going to be conducting the class. Otherwise, it will be for Monday to Friday. This will be for 12 days. This will be for 12 days, 1 hour, 1 hour. Clear? Assignments, case studies, everything I'm going to be giving, very, very basic level to advanced level. You can have it. So this is what is called business intelligence. So I will be talking about one more thing. So what are the things that you need to plan? SQL Server, you need to buy videos, and you need to learn one ETL. So that is MSBI when you enroll, SSIS and SSAS and everything will get covered. And reporting, before reporting, data warehousing, I'll be giving it to you for free. And the PBI you are going to be learning. So this is what you're going to be learning. The complete duration will be 3 months. Clear? So one after the other you have to learn. So this will be free for you, and this is a paid. So whenever you join this, that time you need to make the payment. Now you have to buy SQL and ETL. You need to make the payment and continue from Monday. Payment details and discount prices, everything will be told by tomorrow afternoon. So you need to attend demo, second demo also in tomorrow's class. If that is demo is over means, my team will tell you the discounts and everything. You will be able to get the price list. Am I clear? So people who joined late, so what is that they need to fill in? They need to fill in this form. Okay, now. So this form I have given in the chart window. You have to take the form and fill it, and this form need to be filled in the WhatsApp only. Clear? If you don't have the form, you can also write me a mail. After this class, I will be able to send the form in the email. You can fill it up, so that when you fill today's recorded video, and all the recorded videos will be given till end, and you will be able to get the discounted fee. These are the two things are available if you fill the form. This form need to be filled in your WhatsApp only. Remember this point. If you don't have the form now, you can just write me email, and so that bhaskarjogi@gmail.com. If you wanted to talk to me, if you have any numbers, and you can also tell me your phone number. I will be able to tell you. Okay. If you need the form, you just ping these numbers. Ping these numbers. So they will be able to send this form. All these WhatsApp numbers, you will be able to ping the form. If you give me the phone number, it will be difficult for me to share it to them. So somebody is given the phone number. Who is that? Naveen. You ping these guys. Okay. You ping these guys and ask. The last number you ping, 991 you can tell them that SSAS class I have attended. I need the form to be filled in. Please send me. So he will be able to send you the form. Clearly you have to mention SSAS I have attended. So guys, everybody has to fill it up. You can just ask them and do it, and hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have any doubts, I will take it now, the classes, and then we can take it forward. Yeah. Chalo, anything else, guys? I will give you permission. I will stop the recording. Now you can just ask me your questions.